准啊！3、2、1。
You've built up a great relationship with this horse. That looks about as good as he's ever been, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a pretty soft win for him in the end. We had a lovely run in the race. He'd done no work, and I just I was mindful that he was first up this season. Basically, obviously his first run doesn't really count, but just let him travel up as kind as I could and let him do the rest.
What did it feel like for you, 250 out, when you still appear to be travelling on the bridle?
Yeah, I knew they weren't going to beat him at that stage. I was able to, I wouldn't say enjoy the last 200, because I had a bit of a wrestle with him, trying to keep him from going through the inside fence. He gave me a bit of a difficult ride, but I done the best I could, and he won pretty comfortably in the end.
Without putting words in your mouth, you better make sure your passport's clean.
Yeah, well, Joe made a meal of it, but when you watch your head on, it's not as bad as what you first may think.
How difficult is it to get a horse back to his best when he's undergone what you've had to go through?
Well, it's a long way easier if you've got owners that are cooperative and have the best of the horse's interests at heart, and that's just what Daniel and the family had. And it must have been a very difficult decision to pass up the international and the possibility of $1 million bonus, and they were brave enough to do it, and they got what they deserved today.
Did you really feel that he was going to come, he was ready to produce a performance like that?
Yeah, well both Zach and I, we spoke to Daniel before the start of his first run of the season, and Zach wasn't really happy with the way he trialled. I wasn't happy with the way the horse was doing in the stable, but he was a year older. He didn't give us enough reasons not to run, and we suspected something was wrong, and subsequently something was wrong. He had a nice rest going to this. He's trialled better. He was holding his weight like he did last season, and we certainly were far happy with him going into this, but of course when you've had a heart irregularity you're always a bit apprehensive.
Well, as confident as you can be. Obviously the world is now your oyster again with him.
Yeah, well he's done a marvellous job, and he's, as I say, he's been very patiently handled, and all his races have been hand-picked for him, but I'd say today was right up to his very best performance. It's a nervous time between the 500 and the 400, because when they have that sort of problem, that's when they blow up. But when he sort of cantered up to them turn for home, I thought, yeah, it's your day.
Very well done, Paul. If I can briefly, very quickly speak to you, Daniel. Paul's spoken about you in glowing terms there, but from your point of view, as an owner's point of view, how thrilling is it for a horse to come back with a performance like that after what you've endured?
Well, to be honest, I want to cry right now. Aaron is like my family, is my son. So, I trust Paul. He bought the horse, and he has a wonderful moment with us. So whatever Paul said is the best for the horse, I just follow it. And the way he come back is even fresher than ever. I think he's going to perform well.
好，一齊望到，望過嚟，พ่อ